EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Baltimore Ravens.
Set to kick off.
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Ready, my ancient gator, ancient gator. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Cut the twist.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jared Davis gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. On third down, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Get the ball right here. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Jackson looking deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Jackson. He finds Roberts, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Jackson. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Lions have recovered.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now Johnson. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready? Yellow 20. Push him back. Push him back. 32. Jack.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. A big play there for Detroit. And even 40 yards for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. And the pressure gets to him again. Matt Judon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. From 13 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson trying to lay one up deep. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down the score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, Johnson. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Carry on Johnson, 54 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Play action. Now Jackson. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel, get a bird's eye view. Hotel, get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready? Blue 60. Let's go, defense. Hey, man. Monday.
Stafford on first down. And that's complete to Jesse James. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to...
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Throwing to Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, 63 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Johnson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Watson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Off. Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We'll go Mike 40. All day, baby. All day. Deuce. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st down, Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here. On set, rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now Stafford under pressure again, and down he goes again. Whitney merciless, able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. DeAndre Carter back deep. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Check hot route. Hot.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On the jet sweep, here comes Fuller. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Hey, we got to snap.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Reset. United. Stay with your man.
They'll try the air now with Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
That's what I'm talking about.
Prater on to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Lions 14, Texans nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
19 yards there on the catch and run. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
On first down, Watson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now it's Watson. Looking for his tight end, fouls, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at the top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against this secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson at safety. Good luck trying to get open against those four. What a matchup that would have been. But it was a terrific night for those gentlemen. Congratulations. And, of course, Ed Reed's bust will go down in history because they got the hair exactly right, and Ed had a ball up there in his Hall of Fame speech.
And remember, next year they're going to celebrate the centennial year of the NFL with a special class of 20, so get ready for those speeches.
I wonder if they'll do it like Johnny Robinson this year, who actually submitted a video instead of going up to the podium, and his speech was about 5 minutes long, which is probably about the right length.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 37. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained. Maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 73 yards. And the Texans cut into that lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Lions take over 1st and 10.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them after they built that lead at intermission. They've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation.
Double right, General West.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Give me the ball.
Danny Amendola there to make the grab. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 29.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the match blitz coming, and down he goes. Well-timed effort by Darius Slay, a sack on the corner blitz.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
You know right now, you better bring it. Check.
To try again after the sack. Watson caught left side. Hopkins 30 past the 20, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins 78 yards, and the Texans get a bit closer. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's
The
go.
Lions take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they watch this lead shrink a little. On 2nd and 7, Stafford. And just shedding him off there.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Hey, 55. Pause.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So on fourth down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Stafford. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
Let's go.
They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Well, we got a second. We remind you that the Madden Championship Series is back and better than ever. August 30th through September 1st, you can watch the top Madden competitors face off in Arlington, Texas for a total prize pool of $190K. Tune in and watch it, twitch.tv/EA Madden NFL, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, August 30th and 31st, and then 10:30 a.m. Eastern on September 1st to see if Skimbo can go back-to-back-to-back as a Madden Classic champion. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's now 4th down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. So they will go for it. Stafford. Now this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Now a first down throw. Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. And he's taken down inside the 30. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
31, 40's Mike, 59, 40's Mike. I'm trying to go. Travel. Check three. He's checking the part. Crash.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 33 yards, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on 1st down, Stafford, wide open receiver, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 47 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry, 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Check. Crunch. Topper.
Stafford now to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Stafford now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. From 13 yards out. And the Lions have taken the lead. Important extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Texans take over.
Let's go,
first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A big run there by Johnson, 45 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And an alley to run. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Christian Jones in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back to throw, Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
A gain of 14
The Texans on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Watson now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Coleman. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's got some space here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the... Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And they take a knee. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, they're